Unit 5. Performance Management. As a transformational leader, you need the tools which will help you to tackle the tough issues of performance management. What is performance management? Performance management is a strategic and integrated approach for delivering sustained success of an organization. It is a systematic process of improving organizational performance by developing individual performance targets and those of the team. Let us now pay special attention to the result-based management. What are result-based management tools? Results-based management, also known as RBM, is a management strategy by which everyone in the institution contributes directly or indirectly to achieving a set of development results. All the processes, products, and services of the institution contribute to the achievement of desired results, that is, outputs, outcomes, and goals. RBM rests on clearly defined accountability for results and requires monitoring and self-assessment of progress toward results, including reporting on performance. There are three major RBM tools that are currently used in the public service of Kenya. These include the Rapid Results Initiative, RRI, Performance Appraisal Systems, PAS, and Contracts, PCs. These components are discussed in the sections that follow. Rapid Results Initiative, RRI. This is a result-focused learning process or methodology that is aimed at jump-starting major organizational change efforts and enhancing implementation capacity. RRI tackles large-scale change efforts through a series of small-scale, result-producing and momentum-building initiatives implemented within 100 days. The RRI translates a challenge into action to achieve results within 100 days or less. The 100 Days Initiative forms the building block for the achievement of the long-term goals. RRI is an important tool to implement RBM, which needs clearly defined goals, targets, and indicators of success, preferably expressed in quantitative terms, justified on the basis of greater accountability in the use of resources. Performance Appraisal System, PAS. The Performance Management System, PAS, is a method of monitoring and evaluating the performance of employees in the workplace. The use of PAS involves the periodic assessment and grading of an employee's overall performance, future potential, organizational commitment, and the resulting promotions and rewards. This enables an employee's performance to be placed under scrutiny over a defined period. Performance appraisals and reviews keep employees competitive and committed about their defined roles and responsibilities. They also keep track of the regular performers and non-performing employees. Performance Contracting, PC. Performance contracting is a management tool with 1. A clear set of objectives and indicators, 2. Systematic efforts to collect data on the progress of selected indicators, and 3. Consequences, either rewards or sanctions for the contractor that are based on performance. It is a contract that is agreed upon by two parties, with the subordinate party committing to delivering on clearly defined targets within a specified period. It facilitates the selection of the priority objectives against which performance is measured. Evaluation of the performance is carried out through specified and agreed criterion value. Let us now focus on strategic planning and management systems. Specifically, we'll examine the Balanced Scorecard (BSC) as a management tool for the implementation of an institution's strategy. What is the Balanced Scorecard? The Balanced Scorecard is a management tool that provides stakeholders with a comprehensive measure of how the organization is progressing towards the achievement of its strategic goals. It provides performance measures for the various aspects of the strategic plan. The Balanced Scorecard develops merits for collecting and analyzing data on effectiveness of the organization's strategy in terms of 4 aspects. 1. Financial aspect. The BSC evaluates the profitability of a strategy. 2. Customer. The BSC identifies the targeted customers and measures the organization's success in meeting the needs of these customers. 3. Internal business process. The BSc evaluates the effectiveness and efficiency of managing the internal operations that create value for customers and improve the financial status of the organization. Learning and growth. The BSc identifies the capabilities in which the organization must excel in order to achieve superior internal processes that create value for customers and shareholders. Finally, let us focus our attention on continuous improvement management systems. More specifically, we will focus on two management tools known as the Gemba Kaizen and process engineering. What is Gemba Kaizen? Gemba Kaizen is when management focuses on implementing Kaizen, that is, incremental continuous improvement in the Gemba, that is, the worksite, towards improving the performance of the organization. The goal of Gemba Kaizen is to identify, reduce, and eliminate waste in physical environment, processes, and people. Gemba Kaizen is characterized by the 5 S's of Gemba Kaizen. 1. Sort. Sort out and separate that which is needed and not needed in the area. Separate everything unnecessary and get rid of it. 2. Straighten. Arrange items that are needed so that they are ready and easy to use. Clearly identify locations for all items so that anyone can find them and return them once the task is completed. 3. Scrub. Clean the workplace and equipment on a regular basis in order to maintain standards and identify defects. 4. Standardize. Maintain the standard and continue to improve every day. 5. Sustain. Revisit the 5 S's on a frequent basis and confirm the condition of the Gemba using standard procedures. 2. What is process reengineering? Process reengineering refers to the radical redesign of institutions' processes to achieve dramatic improvements in productivity and performance. It focuses on 2 key terms, namely radical and dramatic. Radical redesign means getting rid of existing processes and procedures and inventing new ways. Dramatic improvement means a quantum leap in performance. Unit 6. Change Management. In order to make significant improvement in education management, you need to know how to lead change within your institutions. To help you lead change, this unit will focus on leading change, setting the climate for change, supporting change with management systems, and scaling up change within and beyond your institution. What is change leadership? First, let us define the terms. Organizational change. This is the process by which organizations move from their present state to some desired future state to increase their effectiveness. Change leader. A change agent who takes leadership responsibility for changing the existing pattern of behavior of another person or social system. Change champion. This is a person or group of persons who are committed to leading the change process over time and work to overcome the obstacles to change. Change leadership. It is forward-looking, proactive, and embraces new ideas. Models for leading the change process. This section focuses on 2 models that could be used to lead the change process, namely the Kota model, the Lewin model, and force field analysis model. The Kota model. In his study of change management, John Kota identified 8 steps in his model that could be used as guidelines for managers leading a change process. 1. Increase urgency. Inspire people to move, make objectives real and relevant. 2. Build the guiding team. Get the right people in place with the right emotional commitment and the right mix of skills and levels. 3. Get the vision right. Get the team to establish a simple vision and strategy focused on emotional and creative aspects necessary to drive service and efficiency. 4. Communicate for buy-in. Involve as many people as possible, communicate the essentials simply, and to appeal and respond to people's needs. Declutter communications, making technology work for you rather than against. 5. Empower action. Remove obstacles, enable constructive feedback and lots of support from leaders. Reward and recognize progress and achievements. 6. Create short-term wins. Set aims that are easy to achieve. Manageable numbers of initiatives. Finish current stages before starting new ones. 7. Don't let up. Foster and encourage determination and persistence. Ongoing change. Encourage ongoing progress reporting, highlighting achieved and future milestones. 8. Make change stick. Reinforce the value of successful change recruitment, promotion, and new change leaders. Weave change into culture. Force field analysis change model. That is the Lewin model. Kurt Lewin provided the force field analysis model in which he states that we are always in a state of change, but that the system will tend towards some kind of equilibrium. In order to change the equilibrium, one can either increase those forces pushing for change or decrease those forces maintaining the current state, or apply some combination of both. Lewin suggested that weakening the forces that are maintaining the status quo produces less tension and resistance than increasing forces for change. Lewin viewed the change process as consisting of 3 phases or stages. Phase 1. Unfreezing. This involves melting away the resistance or overcoming inertia and dismantling the existing mindset. Phase 2. Change. This involves the actual departure from the status quo. It is typically a period of confusion and transition. Phase 3. Refreezing. In this stage, the change becomes routine. The new mindset is crystallizing and one's comfort level is returning to previous levels. The force field analysis model can be used for listing, discussing, and evaluating the various forces for and against a proposed change. When change is planned, this model helps you to analyze the factors that favor change, that is, the driving forces, and the factors that resist change, that is, the restraining forces. Knowing this will help you develop strategies to reduce the impact of the restraining forces and strengthens the driving forces. This model can be used to develop an action plan to implement change as follows. Step 1. Define the problem. Step 2. Define the change objective. Step 3. Identify the driving forces. Step 4. Identify the restraining forces. Step 5. Develop the comprehensive change strategy. Take some time to reflect on the force field analysis model using the case study that follows. Strategies for leading change. This section outlines the strategies used in leading change. A. Force coercion strategy of change. This strategy uses power bases of legitimacy, rewards, and punishments to induce change. This strategy uses power bases of legitimacy, rewards, and punishments to induce change. It relies on the belief that people are motivated by self-interest. It produces limited and temporary results. Rational persuasion strategy of change. This strategy brings about change through persuasion backed by special knowledge, empirical data, and rational argument. It relies on expert power. It relies on belief that reason guides people's decisions and actions. It produces longer-lasting and internalized change. Shared power strategy of change. This strategy engages people in a collaborative process of identifying values, assumptions, and goals from which support for change will naturally emerge. It is time-consuming but likely to yield high commitment. How to deal with others' response to change. The 4 common change responses are denial, resistance, exploration, and commitment. Denial. Group members in denial require you to provide them with more information so that it becomes difficult to stay in denial. Resistance. Group members in the resistance stage, for example, require to be given an opportunity to express their feelings, show empathy for and understanding of the losses of people's experiences. Exploration. For group members in the exploration stage, make available opportunities and resources for discovering what is possible in the new situation. Encourage people to get together and support one another. Commitment. There is no need to manage the change process at this point, since people will manage themselves. Get out of the way. The role of management systems in supporting change. The following are the management systems that you need in order to support change in your organization. Work plans. The work plan is required to specify projects and activities that will be conducted over the short term. They should outline the measurable objectives, timetable, resources needed, and persons or groups responsible for completing the activities. Human resource management. This system is required to sustain strong performance. It should support planning of staffing needs, a motivated workforce, and a culture of shared learning and teamwork. Information management. Good information systems are essential to support the data management functions of managers who lead. Monitoring and evaluation. This is a critical tool for ensuring that planned activities are completed and checking whether the work is resulting in achievement of objectives. Financial management. This allows the organization to implement appropriate financial controls, collect and analyze financial data, and make sound financial decisions based on the analysis. Revenue generation. This involves identifying and generating new sources of revenue to support organization services and programs. Supply management. An effective supply management system ensures that the right supplies of goods and services are attained in the right quantities, acquired from the right place, at the right time, and are used prudently. Unit 7. Quality management. In this unit, we will explore quality management that you as a transformational manager will need to perform to improve customer service delivery. First, we look at the concept of total quality management, TQM. Then, we discuss ISO certification as a vehicle to quality management. In the final part of this unit, we examine the Customer Service Charter, the CSC, as a tool for quality service delivery, including effective customer care strategies. What is total quality management? Total quality management, TQM, is a continuous improvement of all the functions and processes of the institution in order to exceed customer needs, thereby delighting the customer. It is also defined as managing the entire organization so that it excels in service provision, which is important to the customer. TQM system is an integrated system of methods, principles, and best practices that provide a framework for organizations to strive for excellence in the everyday process. There are several tools that you can use to achieve total quality management. 1. ISO certification. What is ISO 9000? ISO 9000 is a series of international standards for quality systems recognized and adopted worldwide. Adherence to ISO standards has become mandatory for organizations in the public sector in Kenya. ISO 9000 can be used for external quality assurance purposes and can be considered to be a foundation for establishing continuous improvement process. It provides guidelines on establishing systems for managing quality service delivery. It defines the required elements of an effective quality management system. It can be applied in any organization. Customer Service Charter. The Customer Service Charter is a high-level document endorsed at the top management level, which briefly and clearly states the standards of service that any customer or user can expect from an organization. It is an agreement of what the organization promises to do to satisfy its customers. It also clearly outlines the services, cost, and the obligations of the customer. A service charter is designed to be seen by the public. It is meant to raise quality, secure better value, and extend accountability. Finally, let us focus on effective customer care. What is customer care? Customer care is the act of responding to customer needs and expectations in a way that will make them have a memorable experience and motivate them to come back and tell others. As a transformational leader, to engage in customer relationship management. This is the strategic effort by the leader to entice, maintain, and sustain interest in customers to ensure improved services. An organization or person needs to be proactive in understanding the key needs of the customer.